And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. The old firm is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. This weekend, of course, Rangers taking on Celtic in the first Old Firm derby of the season at Ibrox in front of a full crowd of Rangers fans. There is a lot of pressure mounting ahead of this game for both sides. I do think the loser of this game is going to be under some serious repercussions. Let's just hope it isn't us, and it will be an absolute outrage if it is us and we lose to Celtic this weekend, just due to the situation that they find themselves in. If we're not going to beat them this weekend, then I doubt we're ever going to really beat them, considering the form that they're in at the moment. Guys, in today's video, we're going to be going through what a Rangers expert has said with regards to the derby. We're going to be going through a few other bits and pieces, whilst also going through the latest Rangers news. And we'll start with the Europa League group stage fixtures. Of course, yesterday the group stage was announced, and now, guys, you can sort of plan your away days, plan your home days, as the fixtures have, of course, been officially sort of announced and when they're going to be taking place. So Rangers kick off their Europa League campaign against Real Betis on September 21st at 8 p.m, an 8 p.m. kickoff. Then they will obviously go to Addis for the first away day out in Cyprus, October 5th, 5:45 p.m, followed by Sparta Prague away, October 26th, 5:45 p.m, and then, of course, going against Sparta Prague at Ibrox on November 9th, 8 p.m, followed by Addis at Ibrox on November 30th, and then we conclude the groups, hopefully topping the group, against Real Betis on December 14th at 8 p.m. UK time. So yeah, there's your sort of dates. You can get your sort of flights booked and all the rest of it. Again, not sure which days I'm going to be doing just yet. I think the Aris one looks pretty good, a bit of winter sun possibly, but I'm definitely going to be going up for some home games. But yeah, Europa League, in terms of what we're going to be expecting from this group. I mean, if we finish bottom of the group, that's going to be embarrassing. We should be at least playing some form of European football post-Christmas in that group. If we finish rock bottom of that, then, well, I have absolutely zero hope. And I'd be very surprised if Michael Beale was in a job. So, yeah, I do expect us to at least finish third. Obviously, I'm a bit more optimistic than that, and I do hope that we finish first within the group, most definitely. Now, look, going into the Old Firm derby. Now, it's a very, very strange one because really, you know, Celtic just coming off the back of a treble, going into the season, spent a shit ton of money, excuse my French, and basically still are regarded, and we're regarded as the favourites for the tie. It's really weird how Scottish football can actually work out sometimes, but yeah, somehow we're the favourites. Of course, Celtic starting really appallingly in their first few games of the campaign. Again, Rangers haven't started much better, but we have finished a bit better. We've started a bit better than Celtic have. Of course, Celtic have made some reinforcements late on due to their sort of their sort of injury woes. And again, this is a tie that just has a lot of pressure on each of the managers, each of the teams going into it. And I do feel there's going to be a major meltdown from one side of the city if a team loses. If it's a draw, I still won't be happy. I'm expecting nothing but a win in this clash. Otherwise, I think there could be serious repercussions, certainly if it is a defeat. Now, let's have a little look what Rangers expert Alan Hutton has said ahead the clash. He's dropped a huge claim ahead of it. And basically, yeah, I'll read out the quote, what he said via Football Insider in a interview. He says, it's the old cliche, you can only focus on what's in front of you. I know it's a boring answer, but it's very true. They may be on a bit of a downer, but they have to still got the European football. As soon as that game was over, their main focus would be on Celtic. This is a huge test, and all the teams will be wanting to see where they are against each other, because it is the biggest test when it comes to league football. Again, look, the result against PSV is past and is behind us now, and we just got to focus on the future. I think if Rangers manage to pull a victory out of the bag, regardless of the scoreline, I think there's going to be a bit more happy spirits within the Rangers camp actually going into the international break. We'll be ahead of Celtic. That game against Kilmarnock would certainly be cancelled out. I think where would we be? Probably 4 points clear So a little bit of a breathing space, not much breathing space, of course, but a little buffer there that we can probably build upon going into the rest of the campaign. So I do think it's imperative that we do win. I'm going to probably come on tomorrow morning, give you an early team news and selection, maybe have a pre-match sash bash as we used to do as always before. But ahead of the clash, look, we need to make sure that we're ready to go. I'm already nervous. I was nervous last night going out, listening to Clyde as well. There is just a real weird feeling going into this clash on both sides that a defeat is a disaster for both of these teams. So it's going to be a tasty one, and I hope it really works out for us as Rangers supporters. Now, lastly, guys, I'm just going to round up. As I said, it was a quiet end to the transfer deadline day. Nothing coming in for us, despite reports stating that there could have been someone coming in through the door, and I did expect someone to come in through the door. I really did. However, that wasn't to be, unfortunately. Last night, of course, Stoke City did come in with a late attempt to try and get Ben Davies. However, Rangers kind of firmly told them where to go, and of course, he wasn't going to be sold nor going out on loan. Again, we had no choice. We can't get rid of defenders that late on the window because we need strength and depth. And I do think Ben Davies gets a lot of stick. I actually do think he's actually not bad centre-back. Obviously, probably get better, but it is what it is. Now, lastly, as I say, I always leave this one to the end. Being Alfredo Morelos, because you guys don't like to hear about it, apparently. But Alfredo Morelos, his move to Fenerbahce, well, he was supposed to be linking up with Ryan Kent. It was said to have been a done deal. He flew out to Turkey. There was pictures of him in Istanbul ahead of a move, but they cancelled it due to his aggressive, or quote-unquote, aggressive attitude. Yes, they didn't like his attitude when he's shown up. Big Alfredo. What's happened to him, man? I used to love Alfredo Morelos, and I'm so surprised no club has even taken a punt on him. Guy scores goals, man. So yeah, I'm interested to see what actually happens with regards to him. But it's a sad state of affairs. A sad fall from grace, if you like, in terms of who he was. Our club European top goal scorer, just scored goals for fun. If you look back in 2019-20, 2020-2021, yeah, goals galore for Alfredo Morelos. So it's a sad state to see how his sort of career has kind of panned out. But it is what it is. I do wish him all the best. But that's all I've really got for you today, Rangers fans. Again, we might go through some of their team news, maybe a bit of a preview going into the clash a bit later on. But of course, we've just summarised what Rangers Expert has just said ahead of the clash. We've also went through the key dates for the Europa League as they have been revealed as well, whilst also providing you some late drama that happened in the transfer deadline day. So yeah, that's all I've really got for you today, troops. As always, do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. And yeah, if you want to go browse our t-shirts, I'm wearing one here. You can do by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. As I said, do browse it. Pretty cool t-shirts. Take care, guys. Peace.